What up? What up? What up? What up? Hello. Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Saturday. Good noon, because it is noon, or now it's afternoon. It's 12:01. But welcome back to the stream, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great, or had a great morning, and are about to have a great day. I hope you guys woke up positive and with gratitude in your heart, because today it's gonna be a short stream for a good minute. I think it's gonna be like an hour long stream, or maybe not, but today we're going to be reacting to a brand new album from a guy named, or a group named the Little Timmys. We reacted to their music before, two songs. One was Manifest, and I forgot what the other one was called, but Manifest was my favorite one out of the two. So they released a whole album, I want to say 2 Fridays ago. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and react to that. We're not gonna even waste any more time. We're not gonna waste no time. I have SoundCloud up queued already. So let me switch over. All right, cool. All right, the Little Timmys. We have an album called The Arrival. So I don't know how long this album is, but if I had to take a wild guess, it's 10 tracks, so it's probably going to be somewhere between 40 minutes to an hour long. So yeah, if you guys don't know who these guys are, they literally are upcoming artists. They literally just started making music not too, like, it's not that long. It hasn't been that long since they've made music. Like, they only have 13 tracks. If we go to all their tracks here, Checkmate, that was it. Checkmate, Manifest, and When I'm Back. Okay, so yeah, so we reacted to 3 songs, actually. It was these 3 on stream. These came out a month ago, and that's the beginning. This is the beginning of their music journey. So, but yeah, we have a whole album that we're going to react to called The Arrival. Now, one thing that I will note, and I will say, just for, you know, whatever, is that this is like a chill hip hop group. And one thing I'm not too fond of with their music production is the high pitched voice. I'm not a fan of it. I've already displayed that, and I've already they were in the chat one time, and I've already said that. So just I'm just putting that out there, because I don't want, if you guys see if I make a face or anything, it's simply because they have like this helium voice put on the top of, whoever's rapping. They have like this helium voice, so it's very distracting, and it's hard to really hear what they're saying because of the high pitched voice. But I'm gonna give this album a shot, and I know that it's gonna be like that the entire album. So I'm gonna try my best to pay attention to what is being said. I was trying to look up lyrics um to try to like follow along, simply because of that. Um I want to see if they're on Apple Music. Let's see. I don't see them on Apple Music. Let's go by artist. Okay, I don't see them on Apple Music. What about Spotify? I think they're only just releasing on SoundCloud. Um, let's go by artist. Nope, it's just, I think it's just SoundCloud and YouTube. All right, well, hopefully I'll catch a few lyrics here or there. So let's go ahead. We're gonna start with track 1, We Underway, and let's see what they got talking about here.
Yeah, we on the way, we on the way. Ain't no stopping now, we here to stay. Cruising through the clouds, no delay. Got the whole world watching him say, hey, we on the way, we on the way. Breaking all the chains, no need to play. Running to the top, ain't no other way. Lights flashing bright, it's a brand new. Stepping out the gate, yeah, the mission's clear. Haters looking mad cause they know we near. Talk about the ground, we've been in it for years. Now we make them feel it when we shift that gear. Got the wave on lock, yeah, the boat gon' rock. Cashing checks, stacking bricks, got the city on top. Hands up high, we riding non-stop. Making history while the haters just talk. Now it's all about the legacy we build. Rolling with the squad, yeah, we climbing up the hill. No fear, no chill, just the hunger and the thrill. Every step, every breath, we in the game for real. Yeah, we on the way, we on the way. Ain't no stopping now, we here to stay. Cruising through the clouds, no delay. Got the whole world watching, hear 'em say, hey, we on the way, we on the way. Breaking all the chains, no need to play. Running to the top, ain't no other way. Lights flashing bright, it's a brand new day. Pressure building, but we never fold. Got the power in our hands, watch the story unfold. We don't talk about it, we just break the mold. Unstoppable, undeniable, pure gold. Now they see the fire, they try to catch a spark, but we staying 10 toes, yeah, we mark our arc. From the dark to the light, now we light up the park. We the future in the flesh, no question, we the spark. Now it's all about the legacy we build. Rolling with the squad, yeah, we climbing up the hill. No fear, no chill, just the hunger and the thrill. Every step, every breath, we in the game for real. Yeah, we on the way, we on the way. Ain't no stopping now, we here to stay. Cruising through the clouds, no delay. Got the whole world watching, hear 'em say, hey, we on the way, we on the way. Breaking all the chains, no need to play. Running to the top, ain't no other way. Lights flashing bright, it's a brand new day. We on the way, ain't no looking back. On the rise, taking off, never slack. Wave high, we keep it tight, stay on track. Yeah, we on the way, and we never going flat. We on the way.
Okay. Very strong opener. Like that was a really good introduction to the album. I love the energy. I love the instrumentation that was displayed there. Really dope beat. Like the beat. As I predicted, did not understand a word that this person said because of the filter on his voice. So I really didn't catch anything. I'd have to listen to this a boatload of times just to get it, just to just to figure it out. So I feel like I feel like this for the most part of the album, I'm not gonna really understand anything um that's displayed here. Again, I've said this before, but the video, not the video, the vocal production, aside from the helium effect, just the clarity and the studio sounding vocal mixing uh still needs work, but this was, I've pretty much said this already before the album came out, and they were probably on the last leg of production anyway, so I didn't expect them to fix that, with this album. But hopefully whenever the next track comes out, that they fix that. But we underway. That was good. I mean, I can't really I can't really give proper feedback on it because I couldn't understand a word that this person said. So, I'll have to just judge it based off of instrumental, the feeling and the vibe of the track instead of just lyrically. So, but next track we got Let 'Em Cook.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Let 'em cook, yeah. Step back, just look. Got the recipe, man, they all shook. Turn nothing to something straight out the book. Ain't believe me, that ain't hook. Was it love, flames high, no cap. Took a little break, now I'm right back. It was talking down, had to fall back. Now they in my missions, trying to chit chat. To my time, not a vision too clear. All these fake shots, boy, get them out of here. Said I couldn't do it, now they cheer. Tables turn, now I commandeer. Gas in the tank, yeah, I'm revved up. No luck, just grind, had to level up. 5-star place when I set it up. Now they wanna see, told them bet it up. Cookie, step back, just look at the recipe, now they all shook. Turn nothing to something straight at the book. They ain't believe me, now they hooked. Turn the heat up, now the city on fire. Made it independent, took it up higher. Never needed favors, never been a liar. Now they taking notes, call me the supplier. Sauce on deck, never running low. Every move clean, yeah, every move cold. I was on the bench, now I run the show. Chef with the wrist, let the whole world know. Used to live flow, yeah, stars on me. Used to be broke, now the squad only. They was throwing shade, now they watching me. See the pop ball, now they want a piece. Let 'em cook, yeah. Step back, just look at the recipe, now they all shook. Turn nothing to something straight out the book. They ain't believe me, now they hooked. Told them give me time, now they understand. Never needed help, had to use my hands. Chef in the lab, I just stick to the plan. Now they see the work, now they see the brand.
Alrighty. All right. So let them cook. Um, these are very short tracks. Like they're not even 3 minutes, but that's besides the point. But this let them cook. I wasn't really feeling anything with that one. Um, to be honest with you, the one thing that was kind of distracting to me was the bass line. The bass line felt very muddy. It was there was some note, I guess they're playing at very low notes for some parts of the bass, and it was just very hard to detect pitch wise because it was just very muddy. So um that's the only little mix issue from a music standpoint that I've noticed. Be more if you're gonna play like low note, like anything past the 0 octave, like if you go into the negatives, then you need to apply saturation or not use those low notes and use something up an octave to really compensate for that. But if you're going to use negative octaves, then you need saturation, but you also have to, it's kind of tricky because you need saturation, but you also have to control the muddiness that could come through with that. um with stuff like this, it would feel that the kick would have to kind of carry the lowness of those notes, like make the kick a little bit more boomier and not worry too much about the sub. So but yeah, that's my only thing about Let 'Em Cook is that there's a lot of muddiness in the low end. Another thing that I've noticed is for the both tracks, I mean, We Underway, it's the intro, so I won't even count that one. So Let 'Em Cook, this feels like another boasty kind of flex track, which nothing's wrong with that, but I'm not really hearing. So the album is called The Arrival, so I'm assuming like this is an album that's like saying like it's like a staple to say like, hey, y'all have been sleeping on me, so here I am. Like here I am. I'm finally here. You know, I'm like y'all gonna recognize or see me for me or whatever it is, right? So with something like that, I would expect to hear a little bit more storytelling. But again, I already couldn't understand what he's saying in this one, but I was able to pick up a few things, and in those few things I picked up, it's there's not really a lot of storytelling. It's just a lot of boasting. So, but this is just track two. That was just track two, so it's too early to tell. Maybe we might get a little bit more personal and detailed with the artist at hand here. So which brings me to track number 3, The Comeback Story. So hopefully, because of the title of this track, hopefully we get to hear like a little bit about the person. So let's see.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it started with a dream, just a vision in the dark. No one ever thought that we would make it this far. Came from nothing, had to struggle every day, we had to fight. Every loss became a lesson, every wrong became a right. They was shouting, they was laughing, they said we would never rise. Now they watching from the crowd, yeah, I remember you guys. Used to hustle for $1 just to keep the lights on. Now the words that we're speaking keep the whole city strong. They say the road's too long, yeah, the climb's too steep, but the strongest ones always get back on their feet. Through the rain, through the pain, through the night so cold. If you hold on tight, you gon' see it unfold. It's the comeback story, no fear, no doubt. Every time we fall, we just figure it out. From the lows to the highs, now we finally rise. Turn the struggle to a legacy that never would die. Doors got shut, but I found me a key. Had to bet on myself, now the vision is free. Came from the bottom, now look where I stand. They doubted the dream, now they all understand. They was counting us out, but we're staying to fight. Through the darkest of days, found a spark in the night. Now the message is clear, this for all who relate. If you never give up, you gon' change your own face. Say the road too long, yeah, the cloud too steep, but the strongest ones always get back on their feet. Through the rain, through the pain, through the night so cold. If you hold on tight, you gon' see it unfold. It's a comeback story, no fear, no doubt. Every time we fall, we just figure it out. From the lows to the highs, now we finally rise. Turn the struggle to a legacy that never will die. Now the lights shine bright, but the mission ain't done. It's for every single soul still chasing the sun. For the ones in the trenches, for the ones on the climb. For the dreamers who refuse to be left behind. See, the journey ain't smooth, every step got a test. But pressure makes diamonds, and we don't settle for less. Every moment of doubt, every time that we bled, only carved out a path for the ones up ahead. This is for the ones who've been counted, overlooked. For the ones still grinding when no one watching. Your story ain't done, your chapter ain't closed. Every fall is a step, keep climbing, keep going. It's a comeback story.
Okay, The Comeback Story. This one is a little bit more upbeat. I was kind of vibing with this one. I'm not gonna lie, I was vibing with this one, especially like in the chorus when you hear like I'm assuming it's like some kind of flute, some kind of woodwind instrument that goes dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 like that. That's pretty good. I like that. I like how it kind of like brings the music more alive and brings more emotion into the feeling. Now in terms of lyrics wise, I was able to pick up a little bit of stuff. Um, uh, so we had gotten a little bit like a small like the first verse of the track. We were able to get a little bit of backstory of the struggle and how he was trying to keep the lights on and stuff like that. So, but then and I wanted to like I was like, okay, here we go. We're starting to get deep. We're starting to explain ourselves here. So then the second verse came and I thought that he was going to like further explain and, really go into details of what was going on. We didn't get any of that. We just got more um euphemisms of success and failure and coming up and all that stuff, which is it's like essentially repeating same it's like repeating like the same phrase over and over again, but just saying it in a different in a different way, like for instance, like a lot of started from the bottom, now we're here lines, but then you would rephrase it to be like, I was in the mud, now I'm no longer in the mud, or saying I was down and out, but I rose up. You know, it's like saying the same, you're saying the same message just in three different ways. So we're getting a lot of that in the second verse, and the third verse was pretty much the same. I was really hoping that he would, because it's titled The Comeback Story, right? So you would think that he would talk about his lowest, like his low points, explaining what was going on in the low points, what he was trying to do, how he got where he needed to be, or how did he find his way in music, how did he find it, like, you know, little personal stuff. And he kind of hinted at it in the first verse, saying that he was trying to keep the lights on and he was struggling, but we didn't know like what was going on, like what was happening, you know. So, and I really thought the second and third verse, or at least the second verse, would like further explain it. If the second verse further explained it, the third verse would have been fine. But because the second verse just kind of went on this, you know, he's just kind of repeating the same thing over and over again, and then the third verse kind of follows suit, it was a bit of a letdown in terms of storytelling wise. The instrumentation, music wise, sounds great. I'm just not a fan of. I'm not a fan of. It just didn't feel like a story. It just felt like you told us like just a small hint, and then after that, it feels more motivational speaking than telling a story. So yeah, I was really hoping that we could get a little deeper. So this is we're three tracks in, and so far, the only thing I know about you is that you were struggling at one point, and but that was it. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you got out of it, or you know, whatever the case may be. Um, and this is just, you know, this is me personally. Like when I listen to hip hop music and any kind, what grabs my attention is storytelling, lyricism, and imagery. And if you can hit all three of those, or at least two out of the three, then, you know, you got me hooked. But so far, you've really haven't said anything yet. So, but you know, we're early into the album, so we're not even halfway there yet. So I won't penalize you yet. So we're gonna continue track 4, Crowned and Cursed. Let's hear it.
Yeah. I came up from nothing, I swear I was talking to nice. Stomach was growling, I prayed for his carcass of light.
Okay.
We was all stressing, the bills was just stacking too high. I told her one day we gon' make it, just give it some time. Used to get last at counting, they counted me out. Had to move different, no talking, just figured it out. They ain't believe me, but now when they see me, they chill. Funny how love's out the double 1 million's a pay. Yeah. Now I be running the city, they know me and show me respect. Came from the bottom, but look where I'm at, boy, I really came up off a check. Haters be talking, but none of them real, they cap, but I see through the flex. Told all my brothers we eating forever, ain't none of us ever gon' stress. I had to grind in the mud, I put in that pain, I swear that this life in the game. I had to suffer, I had to go hunger, I went through the fire and came out with flames. I never folded, I never gave in, I took me some losses, I turned them to wins. I made me a plan, I'm stuck to the code, now we in the phantom, no Uber, no Benz. Crown and cursed, I was built from the dirt to my pain, put in work, now I'm blessed, know my worth. Came through roads, now we high, told my mama don't you cry, they was sleeping, now they see me, hands are reaching for the sky. Used to be broke, now I'm flooded in ice, whipping the foreign, I ran through the lights, told them I got it, I'm taking what's mine, I turned to a beast when they gave me no shine. They try to doubt me, they try to end me, praying to envy, I'm turning to enemy. I got a squad and we all on a mission, we moving in silence, no talking, just winning. I told them I get it, I'm in it, I did it. They laughed at my pain, now I flex when I spit it. Crown and curse, yeah, I came from a merce, long walk, long girth, yet I'm pulling that work.
Could you please give me some feedback on the song? Do you have a song out or something?
I saw my pain, I nigga, I drink. It left my plane, then I respect. I'ma make Chris. Yeah, I came for the worst. Now I'm up, now I'm blessed, and I put in that work.
Okay, crowned and cursed. Hey, so do you have a song out? Like, if there is, just let me know what it's called. Um, okay, crowned and cursed. Yeah, this one is again, the music, there's a okay, where should I start? The the low the sub, in the music, muddy. It was very muddy. It was kind of distracting. I felt like the instrumentation wasn't the best here. I don't have anything uploaded to SoundCloud yet, so I think I'll have to send it separately in MP3 format. Is it okay? I would much, I would much rather if the song is like already out and released. I don't really take like MP3 stuff. So if once you release music and stuff like that, then I'll react to it and give you feedback. But yeah, the sub is kind of muddy, very distracting and stuff like that. Um and he kind of did the same thing with the last track, the comeback story. He started off talking about bills were piling up and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. And then he kind of went and did the same thing. So it's like he kind of just started to say a bunch of things all like he started to say phrases. He started to say the same things just in different phrases. And another thing that I noticed, um authenticity is something that I also want to put in the fourth category when I listen to hip hop. It's authenticity, right? So what does that mean? That means being honest and truthful about your life. So when I hear people talking about in the song, I heard him say something about driving a foreign whip, um, or something like that. He running the city, something like that. And it's like that's in my I don't know your life. I don't know what you got going on, but you can't claim that you run a city if you're just getting started in music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that's like, you know, it's cool that if you were to say like one day the city will know my name or something like that. That's more authentic and honest. So, driving a foreign whip. Now that may be true. Like, um, I don't know about if any like expensive whips, but if you're driving a Honda's technically a foreign, you know what I'm saying? It's a foreign, like it's not, that counts, right? If you drive a Honda, if you drive a Mitsubishi, that's technically foreign in its own right. So, hey, I'll give you that. But let's stick with just it would have been a lot better if it was just sticking to your life. Your life and not really talking about things that either you don't have or things that you don't currently do. So so that was another thing. I like authenticity. This is just my personal preference. I know other people may have uh other whatever, um but my personal preference, I prefer authenticity over trying to flex something that you don't have or you don't or you currently or you want to have in the future, right? Or at least if you want to have something in the future, then just say that one day I want to be able to own a blah 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 in the song, right? That's more being honest than saying now I'm out here driving foreign cars or whatever it is. It's like, whatever. So let's keep the authenticity. Crowned and Curse, not my favorite so far, alongside with Let 'Em Cook. So, but let's keep it going. We are in track 5, State of Mind. We are halfway into the album. Let's see.
Yeah, it's all about your mindset. Let's get it. Walk a belly sun cutting through the blinds. Eyes to the ceiling, got a million on my mind. Chasing every dream, running out of time. But I know it's all a state of mind. Pressure building, voices saying I should fold. But I was raised where the stories never told. Made it through the fire, came out gold. Kept my vision clear, never saw my soul. I'm the architect of every move I make, every risk I take, every step I break. They want me to fail, want me to break, but they don't know the fire that I wake. It's all in my mind, I control the grind, pushing through the dark, always seeking light. My thoughts are the key, I'm unlocking the fight. Ain't no stopping me now, I'm taking flight. City lights flicker, shadows moving fast, running through the night, future meets the past. Every choice I make, gotta make it last. Ain't no going back, gotta push right past. People come and go, I done seen it all. Fake love, fake friends watching when you fall, but I keep my head high, standing tall. No regrets, I want it all. I'm fighting demons that don't show their face. Keep my calm in a high-speed chase. I learn to move with a steady pace. Keep my mind clear, I'm running this race. The world gon' try to tell me who to be, but I'm listening to the voice inside me. That's my truth, that's the real me. I ain't letting no one change my frequency. It's all in my mind, I control the grind. Pushing through the dark, always seeking light. My thoughts are the key, I'm unlocking the fight. Ain't no stopping me now, I'm taking flight. Mountains that we climb, valleys we descend. Every twist and turn, lessons never end. Ain't about the finish, ain't about the shine. It's about the grind, it's a state of mind. I find a peace in the storm I face. Every step that sets my pace. Learn that happiness ain't a chase. It's how you stand, how you embrace. Looking in the mirror, only one to blame. If I don't go harder, if I lose the game. Gotta take my shot, ain't no playing tame. Write my own story, carve my name. Been through the struggle, walked through the pain. But I'm still here, still in the game. I take my losses and learn from the rain. Then I rise up, I break every chain. It's more than money, it's more than fame. It's about the legacy you make. How you handle the pressure, how you hold the weight. Whether you rise or fall, it's just your state. All in my mind, I control the grind. Pushing through the dark, always seeking light. My thoughts are the key, I'm unlocking the fight. Ain't no stopping me now, I'm taking flight. Down, but I'm never out. The journey's long, but I'm staying around. Taught myself not to feel the doubt, cause I know what I'm about. When the world gets heavy, feeling confined, will never get to work, never hit for waking up. So when the world gets heavy, feeling confined, remember this now, this is life.
Okay, that was State of Mind. Um, so we're halfway into the album. And I can honestly say that all of these tracks are starting to sound the same. Um, they again, State of Mind, the only thing that I really got out of that one is him saying about fake love and fake friends. Which again, now I'm like, okay, that sparked some intriguement. What is it about the fake love and the fake friends? What happened? But nothing, no explanation, no backstory, nothing. You just kind of mentioned something and then you just kind of like moved on past it. And again, it's all about, the constant theme that I've noticed so far in this album is you like to mention chasing dreams and being on the grind. And it, you know, it just, this, all these tracks, 5 tracks in now, they all sound the same to me. I don't hear any differentiation between any of these tracks. Like, and I like the beat. The beat is nice. I like the bass, the like that. I like that. But there's nothing different about these tracks so far. I mean, they're all pretty much in the same. When you're making an album, this is a body of work. And maybe this is like an old way of thinking, but this is just for me personally because I love music and I love the craft, and you can tell when somebody's passionate about the craft and take their time and all that stuff. So I will say I do appreciate that you don't display any of the trendy sounds that's going on in the mainstream, and you're just kind of doing your own thing music wise, which is fantastic. Great. With that being said, although this is your debut album and your first body of work, so you're still in a way trying to find your sound, which is, expected. So while you're finding your sound, this is why I provide these types of feedbacks and my honest opinions about these feedbacks so that you can get better as an artist over time. Every artist go through it. I go through it. We always have some kind of feedback to give us, you know, and it's like hard sometimes for people to take critical feedback or criticism or, feedback in general because music is personal such a personal thing, almost as if it's like your child, right? So the minute somebody says something's wrong with your child, people can get defensive, people can get kind of like whatever. And I get it. It happens to all of us, I promise. So, but I'm telling you these things because these are things that when I listen to hip hop music, it don't have to be, I'm not talking about mainstream, I'm not talking about none of that. The four things that I mentioned, man, I'm looking for number one, authenticity. Um, Number two, I'm looking for hell, I don't even remember what the hell I said. Authenticity, lyricism, imagery, and what else did I say? Uh Storytelling. Storytelling. Authenticity, lyricism, imagery, and storytelling. These are the four pillars that I look for in hip hop music. If you can hit at least like for me to think that you're decent, if you can hit half of those, two out of the four, if half of those, then you're decent. Three out of the four, you're pretty good. Four out of four, you're excellent. Like you have me hooked. I've noticed when I listen to these tracks, there are times where my mind like wanders and drifts away, and then I have to remember, oh, I'm listening to a track, so I have to come back. I don't ever want to do that when I'm listening to music. I don't ever want my mind to be drifted away and thinking about something else while I'm listening to your song. So if my mind is doing that, that means my mind is bored. It's bored of what I'm listening to. So so right now my mind listening to the state of, and that's kind of no pun intended considering the track is called State of Mind. But if I'm listening to your songs and I'm thinking about something else while I'm listening, that means my mind is bored. I'm not locked in. You're not captivating me. You're not capturing anything. It's just kind of like a bunch of word salad that you're just putting together. And it's, don't get me wrong, these are like very motivational type of lyrics. Like these are lyrics that you can say can motivate somebody to do something, and you got that down, but it's just there's no storytelling. You have no storytelling. We're halfway into the album and there's no storytelling. There's no, I don't know nothing about you. The only thing I know about you is at one point you were struggling with paying bills, you had fake friends and fake love, and that's it. But you didn't explain exactly what happened. There's no connection. I don't have a connection to, no relatability, and there's no replayability. Um, and I hate to be negative about it, but that's just my genuine opinion. Like this, there's nothing about this album so far that makes me want to come back and listen to it. So this is, and I know that's harsh to say, but I'm just being honest. So, but this is your first project, so I won't hold it completely against you, but it's like hopefully you take this feedback and this is just my feedback. Anybody else who's heard your music and they'll say something different, that's more positive and more things, that's great. It don't matter if you don't have to listen to me. I'm an electronic music producer. Like, I'm not a hip hop artist. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? So one would say, well, what will I know, right? I grew up listening to hip hop artists like Eminem, Lil Wayne, uh, listened to uh what's it called? Jay-Z at one point, Snoop Dogg, you know, old school hip hop artists. I'm not familiar with all their names because back then I wasn't, you know, when I was a kid, I wasn't a hip hop head, but I did appreciate those artists in particular. And even some of the newer artists, I say newer, but like more modern, our modern day artists like Kendrick Lamar. I've listened to a few of J. Cole stuff. Joyner Lucas I've listened to. I've listened to Juice World. I've listened to Token. I've listened to um Glorilla. Surprisingly, she's I just love her flow. So I've listened to Lotto. I've listened to, you know, there's a few rappers today that I do listen to, although they are mainly like mainstream, but there's something about their music that is kind of more unique in its own right. Oh, Nicki Minaj, can't forget about her. Listen to her. You know, I listen to these artists because, and they're unique because they have their own unique sounds. There's a lot of artists nowadays that are, I call them carbon copies, which they pretty much take whatever that's popular and just kind of make their own version of it, but it's still like a trendy sound. So of course it's going to get them a lot of traffic. But anyway, I digress. What I'm saying is you clearly have a good sound in terms of instrumentation. But but and then lyrically wise, you know, you have that kind of old school hip hop sound style. You're not really following the flows that people are doing nowadays. So you kind of stay in like your own little lane in terms of flows. So that's something that already puts you aside from everyone else. Um, I just need storytelling. I need imagery. I need authenticity. I need um lyricism. Like you have your own lyrical flow, but you don't have like lyricism. So I'm practicing dubstep. I haven't mastered it yet, so I'd appreciate some quick feedback. Um okay, let's okay, do this. Do this. Because I don't take MP3 format wave files. That's just too much headache for me. Just take whatever track that you're working on, upload it as a private SoundCloud link and send it to me like um through Instagram. I don't know. Like send it through me through one of my social medias. Instagram is probably your best bet. Send it through me through Instagram. My Instagram is still the same, like Danatronic. It's Danatronic Music. So you can send it through me in my DMs through Instagram and I can take a look at it. But I don't take MP3s, waves and stuff like that. So if you can upload it on SoundCloud as a private link, we can look at it and I can give you feedback that way. So, but um yeah, so anyway, let's move on. I've said enough. Let's move on to track number 6, Against the Odds.
Look, you said I wouldn't make it, said I fall down, but I stood up. Look at me now, no shortcuts. Took the long route against the odds, but I never backed down. Started at the bottom, had to climb uphill. No handouts, only on my grinding wheel. They was laughing at the dreams, said it's not that real. Now the same ones calling, trying to ask for deals. I was working in the dark, putting time in the craft. While they partied every night, I was building a path. Had to tune out the noise, put my faith in the plan. Now they see me going up, they don't know I stand. Hey, long nights turn to bright days. Pressure made a diamond, now I'm shining in the right way. Never took the shortcut, I've been in a fight, ayy. Against the odds, but I never lost sight, ayy. I've been fighting against the odds till I rise. Kept my faith, kept my grind, now I shine. They see the struggle, they can see the prize, but I earned every They was moving reckless, I was militant. Had to play the long game, now I'm killing it. Ayy, self-made, no excuses. I was broke back then, now my mind too rich. I was running on empty, now fueling the wick. Had to take them L's just to learn how to win. I ain't fall when the pressure got strong. Hit my head high even when it felt wrong. Used to pray for a break, now I break through the walls. They was sleeping on me heavy, now they all in all. Ayy, I've been tested, I've been tried. Had to hustle, had to grind through the fire, through the fight. Kept my focus, kept my light. Ain't no fear, ain't no doubt. I know what I'm all about. Took my time, figured out. Now the world gon' hear me shout. I've been fighting against the odds, still I rise. Kept my faith, kept my grind, now I shine. They ain't see the struggle, they just see the prize. But I earned every step, every tear, every time. I've been fighting against the odds, had to stand tall. Took the punches, took the falls, but I took it all. Now I'm here, now I'm strong, yeah, I seen it all. Made it out the storm, now I'm never gonna fall. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said I wouldn't make it, but I did. They said I fall, but I stood tall. Against the odds, and why good?
Okay, that was Against the Odds. We're just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep moving on. My notes are pretty much the same, so I won't ramble on. I'm sorry, my English. I'm sorry, I'm not good at English, so it was hard to understand. I uploaded on SoundCloud and sent it to Instagram DM. Oh, I didn't know you. Okay, my bad, bro. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? There was a language barrier. So, okay, did you send it on my Instagram DM? Because I didn't get a notification. Wait, maybe it's in one of the requests. Let me type. I'm gonna type it in. If you can't understand it, I'll just type it in. Uh, bass music. Wait, you upload on Sound? Is it a pri? So wait, is it privated? Hold on. It's in a private link. Oh, I just okay. I see. I see that you just followed me. I followed you back. So, um, send me a private link if you can. What's this one? Oh, I'll look at that in a sec. Yeah, send me a private link if you can to my DMs, and we'll take a look at it after this. Okay, great. Okay, great, great, great. So let me hold on. Let me open. I hate that my Safari closed all my tabs out because I had Instagram tab open. Okay. Oh, good, but I don't have to sign back in. That's great. All right, great, 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 great. Okay, a minute 16. All right, let me go ahead and listen to, let me go ahead. Little intermission from the album. All right, Elephant Step, No Master. Funny title, like that. All right, let's see.
Calibrating system control. User entry permitted. Code accepted. Shutting down. User entry denied. Encryption.
Hey, bro, no lie, that was kind of that was pretty good. That was really good. Um, I did all the sound design. That's what I like to see. That was my next question too. I was going to ask if like these were like, because I know that there are different types of producers that like use samples, rely on samples and stuff, which nothing's wrong with that. Use what you can. If that's, if you're somebody who rely on samples the most, hey, it don't matter what you do because the result is what really matters, right? But if you did all the sound design, that's impressive for someone who's just practicing dubstep. That's actually impressive. Um, wait. Let me listen to this again, but I need to see my spectrogram. I just want to see what's going on. Let's do default audio capture. Okay, so let's let's go back to Safari. Let's go back here.
Calibrating system control. User entry permitted. Code accepted. Shutting down. User entry denied. Encryption.
I mean, dude, you're on the right track. The only thing I would say is like make the kick have a little bit like fatter, just a little, like not a whole lot. I don't want it to the point where it distorts the low end. A little bit more of like a prominent, like a very punchy, like something like very like punchy. It's punching through the mix, but it feels like a little click, like a little, you know. So maybe just like a little bit more of a thicker kick for something like that. The snare sounds fine. It's a panning snare. Let me see. I would probably say, I mean, the snare is fine. I was gonna say like we can have like a snare, have more of a like the snare, the tail of the snare, the white note that like that could be just a little bit louder, so it sounds like a very powerful snare. You got the tonality that, but we need like something like something. So, but this snare works too. I mean, it's all about context. The bass. Let me just. I would probably put some variation in that second part right here. Like the first side, dan 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 dan, that's cool, but it can get very boring very quickly. So I like that you added a sustain bass underneath the screen, like the, but I know it's a higher pitch. So I like that you added that. Um, I would change the pattern just a little bit for this part right here, just to keep it interesting. Because this is like a very short drop. So I'm assuming just the way how the track is going, you'll probably have like a double drop, like another build up after this part and do like a double drop. But if not, then that's fine. So I like the intro. I like the little sci-fi alien sound design. If you made that to yourself, kudos to you. That was really cool. But yeah, man, I mean, your sub level is nice. It doesn't sound muddy. I like that I like that you focused all your energy on the one sound in the bass to the point where it becomes the main element in the drop. So it's like you, because some drops they'll add like background layers of sound to help support the four layer sound, but the four layer is so powerful that you don't really care about, like the background doesn't really, it's not really, you don't really care about it, not really. You don't have to, but but I like this um, I mean that's a good fake out. I like the elephant sound, the like I like that elephant step. Let me listen to.
Primary system control. User entry permitted. Call accepted. Shutting down. User entry denied.
And I love the tribal percussions there as well. So this is kind of reminding me of like Wooly's music, because his whole thing is the woolly mammoth, right? So but not saying that it's the same as Wooly, it just reminds me it's somewhat similar in terms of the atmosphere, the world building of this prehistoric tribal kind of environment. And then you have like this computer that's, I, it could either be prehistoric or futuristic, of like this animal being locked up in some kind of facility, and some like data analysis is like keeping track on this elephant or mammoth or whatever it is that it is. This is like when I listen to music, I like to picture the scenario in my head of like what's going on so I can better understand it. So this is what I'm getting from. I don't know if the interpretation is the same for you, but this is just what I'm getting from. Oops, I mean to hit my mic. But yeah, dude. you're doing well so far, man. I would just like I said, the kick could be a little bit punchier, like not punchier, but just a little bit more thicker, like a little more like a subbier kick, just a little bit, not a whole lot, just to like really like this is like a very intense kind of dubstep, just so you want to like really hit the nail on the head with that. I like the snare. I like this snare. I would suggest to try another one that's more like a clap snare, like but still like keep the same punchiness of this snare, but like add like a clap layer underneath, but take out the initial transient because you already have a transient from the first snare. Just keep the tail end of the clap and just boost the high end on that the tail end of the clap with some reverb. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, just so it can like really like like what I'm saying? So, um but yeah, you're good. You're in the right track. I mean, I know that it's not I know there's no master on there, so but you're doing good, man. Like keep it up, man. Send me when you're done with this track, send me the full thing, right? Like a private link. It doesn't have to be on stream or anything. You can send it to me since we follow each other now. You can just send it to me through DMs, right? And we'll go from there, right? So, but you're doing good, man. Honestly, that was really good. All right, back to regular programming. So, against the odds, that was the last track. All right, so now let's go. I don't have any notes for this track because it's pretty much the same notes I have for all the first five. So let's go on to the next one. Let's move. Let's go. Track 7.
Hey, like let's go. I woke up on a mission, ain't got time to rest. Got the city on my back and I'm feeling blessed. I'm a king on my throne, watch me manifest. Chronic 24/7, I'm built to impress. Came from the bottom, now we aiming for the sky. Every hustle that I make, watch me multiply. Moving fast, never last, we always flying high. Focus on the vision, got my dreams in my eye. Never stop, never fall. Keep on going till it's over. Let's get it, let's go.
Ooh, that was weird.
Yeah, let's go. Stacking paper, moving weight, yeah, that's how we roll. Every challenge in my way, watch me take control. Got
No
the
problem,
team
bro.
on my side, we gon'
Keep
hit the
going.
goal. Now we laughing to the bank, y'all can never fall. From the struggle to the top, it's the dream we live. We ain't never backing down, always got more to give. In the game, taking shots now in a state of mind. Got the whole world watching, yeah, we on the grid. Never stop, never fall. Keep on going till it's over. Let's get it, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Unstoppable, rise above it all. Chasing every dream, yeah, we stand tall. No defeat, retreat, but we had to.
Sometimes I get a lot of inspiration from watching you perform live. It helps me a lot with my sound design. Thank you for giving me bro, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad that I was able to do something to give you some kind of inspiration. Because most of the times I'm on here live making a song, I'm just freestyling. I'm just trying things out. So you know, you just made my day. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You just made my day. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in on the streams on times. And yeah, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, when you finish that song or whatever, just send it to me through the DMs, man. So I can I can listen to it, I can give you some feedback and start from there. You got a good thing going. I can tell that you've taken some time to understand the fundamentals of making, because I know making dubstep electronic music altogether is difficult. So I know that it's such an intricate and very surgical kind of music production, but you know you're that song was pretty good. You're on the right track. So hey, man, And don't let nobody say that, you know, it's not good or not. That, let me tell you something. As long as you like it, as long as you like it, that's the most important part. A lot of artists don't understand that. As long as you like it, because it's your song, it's your story, you're telling it in the way how you want it. Don't focus on labels and whatever it is and the industry main. Don't, just focus on your craft, love your craft, and tell the story how you want to tell it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big ups to you, man. Big ups.
Gotta watch out, cause now it's our turn. Never start, never fall. Keep my promise till it's over. Stay as for. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
I like this instrumentation. All right, let's go. Same notes. Same notes. I do like the instrumentation on this one a lot more. Very like Egyptian, Persian kind of vibe. So um so that was a new switch up. I do like that. Um Again, lyrics, storytelling, I just, you know, say it's the same notes from before. So let's just move on to Out of My Mind. Sorry, I'm just getting a bunch of notifications.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, get out of my mind, get out of my face. Time to talk, I need some space. Hey, brain, I fall, but I'm rising in place. Too hot for the hate, I'm done with the chase. They got me once, they got me twice. Now I'm too high, ain't taking advice. Talking that noise, but they never inside. I'm moving the dark by shining the light. Told them I make it, they laugh in my face. Now they just watch while I pick up the pace. Cut off the fake, I've been cleaning my space. Ain't got no time, I got money to chase. I've been too locked in, don't call up my line. Said I was crazy, but now I'm divine. Weight on my shoulders, I carry the grind. Let me be great, get the hell off my time. Get out my mind, get out my face. It's time to talk, I need some space. They brain I fall, but I'm locked in place. Too hot for the hate, I'm done with the chase.
Yo,
I see what you do, acting like fan, but you move it like crew. Stay on my way, I got nothing to prove. Turn
what
around,
up, boy?
watch me bloom.
Haha.
I ain't looking behind. Cut off the ties, I've been free on my mind. Telling keep hating, I'm destined to shine. I'm on my way, but I'm pressing rewind. I've been too focused, no time for the noise. Leveled up once, now I'm making my choice. Built it alone, I don't flex with the boys. I need my peace, I need my voice. Get out my mind, get out my face. Time to talk, I need some space. They pray I fall, but I'm lost in place. Too hot for the hate, I'm done with the chase.
Okay, that was Get Out or Get or Out of My Mind. My eyes can't read today. Yeah, it's more upbeat. I like that it went from like rapping to something melodic, and then, and then there's like a chant for the chorus, get out my mind, get out my face. So that's something that's like memorable. That's a memorable thing. The verses, again, it's just lacking storytelling. But I feel like this particular track is more of a uh like a boasting track. This is more of a boasting track, a flex track, or something of that nature. So I'm not going to give it too much flack in terms of the verses compared to the other seven. So it was cool. The music is the instrumentation is pretty, it's all right. It's not anything blowing me away. It's just a simple like 808 situation. Um I like that you know, you kind of diversify your sound just a little bit. So far, Out of My Mind is probably my favorite so far. And it's, I mean, right now it's my only favorite because the other seven that, it's just not really doing anything for me. Um, and my mind didn't go off anywhere else listening to Out of My Mind. So I actually was stayed in to this track. So, yeah, this one's my favorite track so far. Now, when I say it's my favorite track, is it like blowing me away? Is it innovative? Is it something I've never heard before or, anything of that sort? No, not really. But out of the seven that I've heard so far, this one captured my attention the most. So that's what I mean when I say this is my favorite so far. So but yeah, we are almost at the final stretch here. We have two more songs. We have Count Me Out. Let's take a listen to this one.
They counted me out, but I'm back in the ring. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the king. Chains on me, broke free from the fog. It's a new wave, rise of the underdog. Came up from the dirt, yeah, they left me for dead. Now they watching me eat while I'm breaking the bread. Used to struggle for $1, now I'm stacking up checks. Turn pain into power, now I'm earning respect. I was overlooked, underestimated, dismissed. But now they hit my line like, dog, you been missed. Nah, I remember nights when I slept on the floor. Had to battle my demons just to settle the score. Now the city lights shine when I walk through. All the goddess had to watch what the pros do. No more losses as I learn and evolve. They ain't see me coming, underdog, stay tall. Taking me out, but I'm back in the ring. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the king. No chains on me, broke free from the fall. This a new wave, rise of the underdog. Let's go. They tried to box me in, I broke out the frame. Now my name in the talks, yeah, they know what I claim. Never played by the rules, had to calm my own lane. Took the L's, flipped the script, now I'm changing the game. I see them watching now, trying to copy my steps. But this grind wasn't luck, man, I pay with my breath. Blood, sweat, and tears, every star got a story. Now the underdog running up the charts, straight glory. Yeah, I took the hits, yeah, I fell real hard. But I bounced right back, now I'm shining like stars. Built from the struggle, I was made for the grind. The rise of the underdog, watch me and clown me up. But I'm back in the ring, yeah. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the king. No chains on me, broke free through the fall. This the new wave, rise of the underdog. Let's go! Now they cheering my name when I step in the spot. What they said I couldn't do, now I'm making it hot. From the basement to the top, yeah, I proved them all wrong. Underdog no more, now the king of the song.
I like the section right here. Oh, that was such an abrupt stop. It's all right. Okay, cool. So, count me out. Yeah, I'm running out of words and adjectives to describe the same things that I've been saying. So I have a problem with that sub though. That sub is kind of, it just feels like the sub sounds outdated. Like it sounds old, right? Like we clearly have Now I don't know if this is like a real instrument that you're playing that you're putting a microphone towards. If that's the case, then I understand. But if you're using synthesis to create the sub, then we got to update that sub. That sub sounds outdated to me for some reason. Um, it just has like this very vintage, not vintage, but like early 2000s kind of feel to it, which, in some context it could work, but I just feel like that one should have been more of a cleaner 808 sound. So, but yeah, I mean, count me out. Another boastful track. Um, I there's really nothing more I can really say about it. All right, we're at the final stretch, the final track of the album of The Arrival. We have Victory Lap. I feel like if I had to take a wild guess, this one's going to be more of like a motivational rap. So let's get straight into it.
Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's that last one, that real one. That look back at the hills, I had to climb one. That took my time one, had to shine one. It's that victory lap, yeah, we finally won. Yeah, came from the dirt, had to build from the ground. Nobody believed, now they all come around. I was working in the dark, putting faith in the sound. Now my voice shake the world when they play it out loud. Took some losses, took some pain. Had to stand through the rain. Kept my focus, kept my lane. Now my life ain't been the same. Had to bet it all when the odds weren't fair. Stay true to the vision when nobody cared. Now I'm sitting courtside, hands in the air. Took a shot, now swishing it's a millionaire prayer. It's that victory lap, yeah we made it through. Took the long road, now we got the better view. It's that top down line where the dream come true. They was down back then, now they see the proof. It's that victory lap, let them hear the sound. Let the world know we ain't never backing down. It's that toast to the nights that we never bow. So the struggle made a kingdom, now we wear the crown. Look, I was down bad, stomach empty, heart full. Now the hunger different, I don't ever feel full. Grew up on survival, had to learn the right tools. Now I'm teaching younger ones how to bend, not lose. Never had a shortcut, never had a cheat code. Had to work for everything, never had a free road. Sacrifices made, now my team on beast mode. Took the pain and pressure, turned it all into a keynote. Everywhere I get, I know it's more than just me. It's for the ones still grinding, trying to chase what they see. Told my family one day we gon' really break free. Now my name in the rafters, yeah, this light shows me. Yeah, for the ones who never quit, for the ones who took the risk, for the ones who had a dream and the will to make it stick. For the days we had to fight, for the nights that felt too long, for the moments we were weak, but we still great. Live, yeah, we made it through. Took the long road, now we got the better view. It's that top down riding where the dream comes true. It was down back then, now they see the proof. It's that victory live, let them hear the sound. Let the world know we ain't never backing down. It's that toast to the nights that we never bow. Took the struggle, made a kingdom, now we wear the crown. Yeah, we did it. This ain't the end. It's the start of something bigger. We just can't start. We just can't start.
All right, and that was the last track of the album Victory Lap. Like I said, it was a motivational kind of track. The middle section of that, the second verse was kind of weird in like music wise, sonically wise, because it went to a whole different scale from what was originally in what we were introduced to. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, and it kind of confused me a bit because it almost sounded like a completely different track in that middle section there. So that was kind of a bit confusing. But um overall, this track was the same kind of situation. I do like the initial sound, like do 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 do, like whatever that key. I can't mimic it, but it's all right. But I do like the sonically, I do like the instrumentation of it. I like the music for sure. Um I mean, lyrics wise, I mean, you already know how I feel about the lyrics. Pretty much the same for the rest of them. But since it's the last track of the album, I'm not going to give it too much flack because it is the closer of the album. So most closers don't really have to be all that all sporadic or all like whatever. So it's just closing out the project, and I think you closed it out pretty well with this track. So I kudos to you for that. And that was the Little Timmy's The Arrival album, debut album, their first album. My overall rating out of 10 from this album, I'll give it like a solid 5.7 out of 10. Now, when I rate things, understand something. When I rate things, the best things that I hear gets an 8, right? Or I should say this, the best thing is like a 9, but something that's really good is an 8. I don't give 10s because nothing's perfect. So, um, but it's rare that I hear 9s, and it's um hard to find 8s. So when you get like a 6 or a 7 out of me out of 10, that means you're pretty good. Like you're someone that I'm keeping my eye on. You 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, you're pretty good. Now, a 5.7 out of 10 is kind of like this is like average to me. Well, 5 out of 10 is average. And then since it's a 5.7, I'm giving it a 5.7 simply because you have the right idea, right? The album has potential, your sound and your music has potential for sure. You can tell, I can tell that even though in the short time of you making music, you do have potential to go like super far with it. Um, and at the same time, too, you know, because it is your first project and your first album, all it is from here on out is just improvement, right? And that's the best thing. That's the great thing. Get all the criticism out the way, and now all you can do now is just start improving. So I feel like your next song is going to be better than your last songs and so on and so forth. So yeah, 5.7 out of 10. Now, overall pros of this album. The pros is I like that you have a sound that's kind of like outside of what the mainstream trendy sounds are. I like that you kind of created a lane for yourself sonically. So I like that. And I like that you guys use real instruments too. I know I'm an electronic artist, so most of my sounds are digital and used by VSTs, plugins, and all that stuff. So, but the fact that you guys actually have like a band per se, and you guys actually play these instruments, I'm assuming there are some things that are electronically done, but there are some practical instruments, real live instruments that's used in the project. So I appreciate that. You don't really hear that a lot in music nowadays. And if you do, it's like they'll create like a little sample of a real instrument and then do the rest, digitally. So I like that you created a lane for yourself, a sound for yourself. I like that in this album, from a flow standpoint, you kind of picked an old school kind of flow with hip hop. You don't hear that a lot. It's almost like remind me of East Coast, West Coast back in the 90s kind of hip hop music, which is, a fan favorite still. So I'm glad that you didn't go with the whole trendy, hip hop stuff. Not that anything's wrong with the trendy flows, like the Migo flows and all that stuff. Nothing's wrong with that. It is what it is. That's the new wave of music nowadays. So music has to constantly evolve, right? Sometimes it's okay to go back into the past a little bit to borrow and bring it into the modern day. There's nothing wrong with that. So I like that about this album. What I also like about this album is you guys came up with this identity of this little Timmy's, like all of the individual um people in the group got their own little like versions of a Timmy name. So I remember that from the last stream that I reacted to your songs, and you explained it to me. So I find that very unique. It gives you guys a unique flair, a unique look to your band. So that's cool too. Um I love that in spite of whatever the cons I'm going to say, I love that you have a positive outlook in your music. I love that your lyrics are positive. I love that, you're not rapping about money and cars and women and all that stuff. I love that you're kind of rapping about yourself and um you know the improvements and what you getting out of the mud and coming in a blazing. I love that you keep it positive and you keep it as true as possible to yourself. So, and instrumentation wise, I mean, the rest of the band did a great job from an instrumentation wise. There are some parts in the album instrument wise that just felt a little kind of interesting. I would say interesting. Not my cup of tea per se, but for the most part, I'm not mad at anything that was displayed here. Now, those are the pros. Now, I don't want to say cons. I'll say here are the things that you could improve on, right? Number one, storytelling. I need to hear what you are about. I didn't get that in this album. I didn't get any of that in this album. I didn't get that from any of the three singles before this album. I need to hear your story. This album is called The Arrival. You literally have a track that says Comeback Story. You have a track that's called Crowned and Cursed, Against the Odds, State of Mind. I'll even put Out of My Mind in there too, or Counted Me Out. These tracks sounds like there's something that needs to be spoke. There's something you have to get off your chest. These tracks sounds like that there's a story of something that happened in your life that you can touch on. I didn't get any of that. You kind of like you kind of like uh Yope. You kind of like just hinted, where do I send my link? You got a song, bro? You can send it on my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram DM, you can send it on my Instagram DMs. You can send a private SoundCloud link. It has to be a SoundCloud link. I don't take waves or MP3s or anything like that. I only take SoundCloud links. So you can private it and you can send me a link through my Instagram. My Instagram is Danatronic Music. Um, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, storytelling, man. I didn't The whole time I'm listening, I didn't really get any of that from you. So that's number one. Number two, I I lyrically, there's no memorabilia in this album. Meaning there's nothing that draws me back to wanting to listen to the album again. That's just me personally. That's just me being honest, right? I don't see myself coming back to listening to this album again, and that's not good. um it's not to say that this album is bad. It's just that from my musical taste, from my listening taste, there's just nothing drawing me back to this. The only track that stands out is Out of My Mind, because from a sonic music standpoint to I guess the message behind the music, behind the lyrics, it's the only one that kind of stood out of all the other tracks. Because it was a boasting track for the most part, but it had good, strong instrumentations and strong musical um memorabilia, especially in the chorus. Hell, I don't forgot what the chorus was, but um, but the chorus had a good little thing going. So hold on. Um, yeah, like there's sorry, I was texting a family friend. But yeah, there's no memorabilia. Like I can't really tell you any track that like there's no track on here that I could honest to God say, oh, I liked it in track 3 when you said this, that, and the third. Like I couldn't tell you. And a part of the reason of that is one, all the tracks sound the same to me. You spewing out the same, you're saying the same message in the course of 10 tracks. You're talking about chasing a dream. You're talking about um how you were struggling, you're on the grind. You're talking about people who look down on me, but now I'm coming through. It's like you're saying the same things in a span of 10 tracks. There's no really difference between them. It's sense. All right, let me see. Did you send it through my Instagram DM? Because I didn't get anything yet. I didn't get anything yet. Maybe it's taking a minute. Shouldn't take that long though. Make sure you send it to Danatronic Music. Like if you see a digital lion, a blue, look at requests. I looked at requests. I didn't see it. I didn't see any requests. Yeah, see, look, I don't see any requests. Um, let's see. What was it? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but anyway, I pretty much said what I said with that. The another thing that you can improve on is uh oh, I remember what I was about to say. A part of it is yes, all 10 tracks sound the same in terms of lyrically, but the other part is the vocals, the production. The vocal mix is kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of rough. And secondly, it's the high pitched helium voice. Because here's the reality for me. I cannot understand a word you're saying in the entire album. I can pickpocket a few phrases here and there, and maybe you were talking about a story, but it didn't register because the voice. This is what I said from the. This is what I was talking about. The last 3 tracks, the 3 singles that you released on YouTube. Um, that's why I was saying that the high pitched voice was I wasn't a fan of because I can't understand what you're saying. Like if I want to listen to an artist, I want to listen to their voice, not uh Alvin and the Chipmunk voice effect laid over it. I get that's part of your brand as Little Timmy's. I get that's part of the brand, but you know, I can't understand what you're saying. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. So that also crippled the ability for me to hear what you're saying and latch onto every word that you're saying. You got to keep in mind, like, this is hip hop we're talking about, right? Hip hop is, you know, half of the listening experience is the storytelling. So that also goes with understanding and listening to the lyrics. I get like you have like hip hop lyricists, like people who rap fast. Like people who rap fast, I get that you have to listen to it a bunch of times to catch every bar and to catch all the entendres. I get that part. But if you're like on some like Biggie and Tupac kind of flow, very simple Snoop Dogg kind of flow, uh DMX kind of flow, anything of that nature, then it's like we really need to hear the articulation of every word that's being said because you're able to latch onto it a lot better because you're not rapping fast. You're rapping at a decent pace to the point where I should be able to latch onto every word that you say. So, but again, the high pitched voice does not help at all. so I can't really understand what you're saying. Um, and finally, the last thing I would say that needs to be improved on is the instrumentation. Though it is good, it could be a bit better. The mixing could be a bit better. Um, in terms of like, I want to hear some more like out of the thinking out of the box kind of instrumentation, right? Like, don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The old school kind of beats sounds good. And I like that you kind of like in this album, you did display some switch ups. Like I believe it was I think it was Out of My Mind that has like this Egyptian sound. Let me go back to it. No, it wasn't this one. Which one was it? Was it Let's Go? Yeah, like this. This is a perfect example. I like the whole Egyptian Persian uh kind of beat. Like that was a good little switch up. Uh let's see, State of Mind. This is another one. I like that really powerful 808 right there. That one's good too. But those are the only two tracks that really stood out in terms of different types of beats, right? So so yeah, that's it. That's why I rate this album a 5.7 out of 10. So there's a lot of things to improve. So um hopefully when you release your next songs and stuff like that, if you take my advice, then hopefully I can hear those improvements. If you don't take my advice, that's fine too. To each his own, right? So as long as but at the end of the day, if you're happy with what you like, if you're happy about this project, then at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I say. And that's a bar. But anyway, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how I critique it or the feedback that I give. As long as you like it, that's all that matters, right? Because you have to remember you're an artist first before anything else. So, um, but yeah, 5.7 out of 10. The Arrival. So this is good. It could be better. So I appreciate it though. This was good. Hey, did you send that thing? Is there? Are you still trying to send that? Maybe it's because of that. I don't know if I don't know if this person's still trying to send a link. Well, while I'm waiting on him, if he's still trying to send a link or something, um, there is something I do want to display. Let me what's this? Um, if you guys didn't know, I said it on stream yesterday. That I have a brand new track out called Thermashock. This is a heavy hitting dubstep track. This track, we actually made it on stream I want to say like last week or 2 weeks ago. I made this track on stream like around 2 weeks ago, even all the way to the point of me making the artwork on stream. So if you guys want to check it out, um on my I could well, we'll see. On my last stream I put the links to all of the all of the live stream videos that had me working on the track. So I can put them all up again on this one, and also put the link I'll put the link tree in the description below as well. So you guys can go and check it out and listen to it. So it's a brand new track called Thermashock. It's really cool, really heavy, very, you know, intense, very staticky, buzzy basses, the whole 9 yards. So but yeah, go check that out. Um Still waiting to see if this guy who it wants to send me a link, but I'm assuming not. I'm checking my phone. Let me go on my Instagram here. Let me go to requests to see. Still nothing. Still nothing. Sometimes it's like that. S- Anyway. Well, oh, did you hear that voice crack? That's crazy. Well, I mean, I don't see anything, so I guess I'll just end the stream here. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the music that was displayed here that we reacted to. If you do like the music, Little Timmy's, if you do like their stuff, if you like their songs, then you can go follow them on SoundCloud or YouTube, because I think that's the only platforms that they post on the moment. I tried looking them up on Spotify and Apple Music. I don't see their names popped up, um, so for now, I think they're just on YouTube and SoundCloud. But like I said, Thermashock is out. It's out, available on all DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it. SoundCloud, it's up there. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave the link in the description below. And next week we are going to continue on the song that we started some days ago. I can't remember when was the last time we started, but we'll get back to finishing up that track because it is a cool track, and we'll just go from there. If I have any reactions for next week, I'll let you know on that too. And we'll probably work on some more Serum 2 presets to, work more on the preset pack that I'm working on, that I think I'm going to release towards the end of the year. I still have no idea what I want to do in terms of if I want to make it a free preset pack or make it, put a price on it. And if I do put a price on it, like what kind of price would it be? So I haven't factored all that stuff in. I don't even know. I've never sold anything online before, so I have no idea how any of this stuff works, but I'm gonna figure it out. But anyway, that's the end of the live stream. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys stay positive, stay innovative. Shout out to those who were in the chat today. So I will see you guys next week. Y'all take care. Dane is out. Peace.